I think after obviously the first few games haven't probably gone to plan. Personally for me, I think it was a pretty easy decision to sort of. I went to FAF and the coaches last game and said I think it's probably time that we tried someone else. More so, I've probably been in this situation before in the past where you can sort of keep playing and probably get yourself deeper into a hole. And I think now is actually a good time for me to sort of give myself a bit of a mental and physical break, get my body right, and hopefully if I'm required again during the tournament, I can get back into a really solid mental and physical space where I can hopefully have an impact still for RCB. I think with our results this year, I think it was actually quite an easy decision. We haven't been playing as well as we would have liked as a team, and I think the results have probably shown that. And my personal results have probably reflected the results that we've had as well. We've had a pretty big deficiency straight after the power play till the middle overs, which has been an area of strength of mine over the last couple of seasons, and I felt like I wasn't contributing in a positive way with the bat where I needed to be, and felt like with our results and with the position that we find ourselves on the table, I think it's a good time to, I suppose, give someone else an opportunity to try and show their wares, and hopefully someone can make that spot their own. T20 cricket can be like that sometimes. It's a pretty fickle game, and I think even if you look at the first game, I ran one off the middle of the bat to the keeper by picking up the length really well. Saw a scoring opportunity and opened the face a little bit too much, and when you're going really well, that goes just wide of the gloves. You get a boundary, you're 4 off 1, and all of a sudden you're away for the tournament. And I probably just haven't got away. It's as simple as that. I feel like in the first few games I made reasonably good decisions, but was still finding ways to get out. So yeah, it can happen in T20 cricket, and when it sort of can snowball like that, and you feel like you're not getting the runs, you can start to go searching and try too hard and forget about the basics of the game, and that can certainly happen in T20 cricket. Yeah, I think the surprising thing is we've been incredibly tight as a group, and we had a really good meeting last night before training. Everyone got together and talked about where we're at honestly as a group, and we're able to have open and honest discussions amongst batting group, bowling group, and then come back together and I suppose share our ideas how we're going to, I suppose, go forward in this tournament. And there were some really good signs tonight that a lot of those conversations are starting to become materialised in results, and you've only got to look at the way that our batting sort of shaped up tonight. It looked like we showed a lot better intent throughout the innings. There wasn't any sort of drop-offs or times where guys could sort of, I suppose, change the momentum and hand it back to the opposition. We kept the pressure on. We kept, I suppose, ourselves fighting the game, but 288 to score is obviously a lot of runs to chase, but I felt like we did make some good strides in this game. Obviously, we still let ourselves down a little bit with our execution with the ball and leaked probably far too many runs, but there were some really good, solid conversations had last night, and hopefully over the next few games we can start to see both sides of our game come to life. Yeah, look, that's the... I did notice during the power play the ball not being as slow and two-paced as it has been in the first few games, and I was like, this is probably a bad game to miss. Would have been nice to be out there batting, but as I said, I think to give myself not just the physical break, the mental break, just to, I suppose, get myself a right to play professional cricket. I put a lot of pride on my performance, and I've put a lot of hard work in behind the scenes to get my body right just for every game, and it's been a pretty tough struggle. My body's still in the wrong side of 30, and yeah, I'm still doing as much as I possibly can physically to get myself up for every game, and I think that physical and mental toll probably just wore me down a little bit. It's amazing to see how far the game has moved along and changed. Now, obviously, the rules with the extra, I suppose, batter and bowler for each team has made a huge difference, and that was one of the things we addressed, I suppose, last night to, I suppose, change our mindset from not having 7 batters and then a drop away to, I suppose, the bowlers, to back the fact we've got 8 batters and back that back each other's ability a little bit more, and if you get out at a certain time, taking the aggressive option against someone who's not necessarily your matchup, that's okay. Because the next batter will come in and that will be their matchup, so they can take the game on. They can at least start their innings in a positive way. So yeah, we're making some strides, but the way the game is moving, 300 doesn't look far away, does it? 287, that's pretty incredible. But to get within, what do we get to, 25 short and lose wickets consistently in unlucky manners as well, like Faf just getting caught with a wide one, run out off the bowler's hand, a couple of like little moments of chop on as well. Felt like we didn't have a lot of luck throughout our innings, and we still were only 25 short of what was a pretty sizable chase. So yeah, the game's moving pretty quickly. It's exciting. No, certainly not. I think that was probably a different scenario back in, I think it was 2020, 2021, around that time. I think back then the thing that was hurting me was I was bowling really well on that side, so I was actually playing as a bit more of a spinner who was just, I suppose, used at the back end. And we played, I think we had KL and Mayank, who were the two leading run scorers in the competition at that time, so there wasn't a lot of balls left in the games, and I found that I wasn't able to get any really match rhythm, and when I was, it was only for a few balls here and there. So I said the same thing to the Kings 11 management back in the time. It was like, if you want me in this role, I think we could go an overseas bowler to take my spot, and we could go another way. But we didn't have an off spinner as well, so I was sort of play as the overseas off spinner who could bat a little bit. So it was a different role. Yes, the stats probably don't show that I had a great season, but yeah, the circumstances are a little bit different. And the management here have been outstanding. We've been working together. I've taken on a fair bit of I suppose, ownership of the off-field leadership staff, and trying to help out as much as they can. And unfortunately, the runs just haven't come the way they feel like they should have when you're in really good form. And I don't think I've had a better 6 months in cricket leading into this tournament. And so it's frustrating when it ends up like this, or when it leads to this particular time. But as I said, if I can get my body and my mind right, there's no reason that I can't finish this tournament really well if I do get another opportunity, and hopefully regain some of that that form that I had leading in.